Welcome to Big Sky Writer, the podcast for storytellers of all shapes and sizes. Here's the host of Big Sky Writer, Clint Morey.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you for dropping by to listen. Now, the Marines were gone, and the area assigned to the 3rd of the 82nd Artillery in DaNang was now ours. I have to admit I missed the Marine food, but the Army chow wasn't bad. Now, everyone was busy making our aid station functional and efficient. Doc gave me the job of setting up the pharmacy, and I have to admit that was my kind of job. I was given a good-sized room with lots of shelves, a safe for restricted drugs, French doors so medicine or medical equipment could be easily handed out to those who needed. So that was just one of the things I did, but working in the clinic was rewarding. Greeting patients, taking vitals, assisting the doctor. Now, I'd gotten pretty good at drawing blood since my first attempts on the doctor when I was learning how to do the procedure. One day, a soldier came into our clinic. Now, I don't remember what the specific problem was, but the doctor asked me to draw his blood. This soldier was the Hollywood ideal of what a soldier should look like. He was about 6'4" and solid muscle. I chatted with the patient so he wouldn't watch the procedure, because sometimes that bothered people when they saw a needle going into their arm. Well, I didn't think such a physical specimen would have a problem with that, but I was wrong. I prepped his arm, got the needle ready, inserted it into his arm perfectly, and started to draw the blood. And that's when the guy looked down at the needle in his arm and saw his blood filling up the syringe. His eyes glazed over, and that mountain of a man passed out cold. Luckily, nearby medics helped me catch him before he hit the floor. He came to, embarrassed, but fine once the needle was gone. And I had my sample, and I had the story that I get to share with you. Well, there were other things too. As the unit's newbie, I drew the short straw for the monthly malaria test. It was a new urine-based procedure. Stationed at a card table in an open area, I had a stack of containers, a list of soldiers' names, and a simple task. Hand out a cup, watch the soldier pee into it, add a chemical to check for cloudiness, and record the results. Cloudy meant possible malaria. Clear meant probably not. I spent all day under the sun, repeating the process for every soldier in our unit. It was simple, but tedious. And I couldn't help but wonder how I would explain this to my kids someday if they asked, "What did you do in the war, Daddy?" Well, I was pretty sure I would probably not mention I spent an entire day watching men pee into containers. Finally, that day came to an end, and I cleaned up the area and turned in my report to the doctor. Days later, the doctor pulled me aside. Our unit had the highest rate of positive malaria results in Vietnam that month. Not exactly an honor. The captain was furious, but there was a silver lining. They never asked me to do that test again. Now, there were a couple of lessons from this time period that I found valuable. First, always be prepared to help when unexpected things happen. I can't tell you how glad I was that a couple of medics were there to help me catch that big guy before he hit the ground. Number 2, do your best in every job you undertake, in my case, the urine test, even if the job is not that fun and the results aren't appreciated. Before I go, I'd like to share a blessing with you from the Old Testament. May the Lord bless and protect you. May the Lord's face radiate with joy because of you. May he be gracious to you, show you his favor, and give you his peace. Number 6:24-26. Until the next time, be the reason someone smiles today. Before I go, I'd like to share a blessing with you from the Old Testament. May the Lord bless and protect you. May the Lord's face radiate with joy because of you. May he be gracious to you, show you his favor, and give you his peace. Numbers 6:24-26. Until the next time, be the reason someone smiles today.